Cody, the genius, stuck me with the car camping or truck camping segment of our pack dump series, I guess is what you want to call it. Anyways, so I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown of what I carry if we're just going for a quick weekend hunt. One of the very most important things is the canvas cutter. This is a rollout, water resistant pad that we can throw on the ground wherever we are. A lot of times I will just throw it right underneath my truck, just in case here on the Oregon coast we get a lot of dew, moisture and stuff, so it kind of keeps me out of that. I also, in my pack, I don't carry a whole lot. I usually have my spot and scope and my tripod, depending on where we're hunting at, and game we're hunting. Elk, that will not be in my pack. I also always like to carry garbage bag for when we're successful to put our meat in with our game bags, which this is what I'm carrying right now. This is caribou because I do not have my bro bags yet, so we'll take it. Anyways, so that's kind of what I carry just for day hunting. I always like to carry a little bit of wipes, just to sanitize my hands, wipe down if I need to. I do not run a bladder bag at all, hydration bag. I run water bottles. I do a lot of early season high country hunting too, and when water's scarce, I don't run a bladder bag because you'll just want to suck it dry. So this is what I use. And I also like to carry, this is my backup bag. This guy has all my essentials in it. In this, I keep my coffee cup, it's lightweight, super lightweight, sleeping bag, pillow, food, everything's in here. My jet boil, stuff for coffee, air mattress, mountain houses. This bag right here, I pack with me all the time. If we're just car camping, I have it all right here. I've got a tarp if I want to lay that under, my canvas cutter, depending on what the weather conditions are. But I always have enough food and everything in case if I'm going to just take off and head into the back country or leave the truck for 2, 3, 4 days. I have everything right in here so I can just throw it in my pack and I'm gone. And that's all I carry for a weekend hunt. I might have a little tote with some clothes in it, but besides that, this is it. That's all I carry. And hopefully this helps you guys if you're trying to minimize what you're carrying. There's sometimes people, they will carry way too much stuff, and that's something I don't do. But this is really all you need for a weekend car, truck hunting adventure, or if you decide you want to bail into the backcountry for 3 or 4 days, it's all right here and you're good to go. So that's what I got for you guys.
Okay, guys, here's the deal. We've been doing some what's in my pack dumps. I don't know what you're gonna call them. Steve did a 30-second like car camping video. Trent asked me, he said, hey, we're all trying to do these videos about what's in our pack. To be honest with you, I don't pack my pack until the day before season, and it's August. My pack is not packed. Obviously. What I can tell you though is that out of all these 17 totes, I have what I'm gonna need on an out-of-state hunt. So what I wanted to do is I have like a 17-part series of everything that I pack for an out-of-state hunt. This is the Sig Sauer Colorado Elk Hunt 2019. I am gonna give you guys a sneak peek on every single thing that I made sure I had, so I was prepared for that hunt. We flew out there, we didn't drive. It may have been $650 in baggage fees each way. But you know what? When it got cold, we were warm. When we got hungry, we ate like kings. And so I thought I'd run through this list, guys, so you guys can, maybe you have like 98% of everything that you need. What I really appreciate is guys who have done this sort of thing. They kind of, I run through their list and their ideas, and maybe they have one or two little diamonds in the rough, and maybe there's a diamond in the rough here for you guys. So I'm gonna run through my list. Let's get to it. All right, so what I'm really bad about is I don't like to bring one of everything. I like to bring two. So you're gonna find that I have two of a lot of things, and I've been doing this for a little bit, so now my wife said I have a little bit of a problem. You know how some ladies like to buy purses, buy shoes, whatevs. I buy hunting gear. So, for example, last year picked up this Nemo tent. Super lightweight. I have no idea how much it weighs, but this thing got us by on the mountain in Colorado, and you'll see it's on the list. You know what else I brought? I brought this Big Agnes tent. This is the Copper Spur UL1. I've hunted with this for, Steve, how long? 5 seasons?
Yeah.
6 seasons?
Yeah, 5 to 6.
Ever since the first year in Colorado, I've had this thing with me almost the whole time. It's never leaked. It's been amazing. So, depending on the conditions, pack different gear. So I'm gonna run through some of this stuff for you guys. One thing that's super important on an out-of-state hunt is you want to think about, okay, when you get there, you want to be comfortable when you're like doing the truck camping part of it at the trailhead or wherever that is. And then you want to be able to have lightweight gear for when you pack in deep and go in 8-9 miles. So in my pack, I'll have the lightweight sleeping bag, tent, those sort of things. But then we always like to have an extra sleeping bag. This thing right here has been invaluable. This is called the canvas cutter. For when we pack out a bull, we kill a bull 8 miles in, we don't want to pack our camp out to the truck, and so we'll leave camp there inside in deep. We'll pack out the meat. We'll sleep at the truck with our canvas cutter or an extra tent. With an extra sleeping bag, like you'll see here. This is my sleeping bag for when I go in to the backcountry, and this is my sleeping bag for when I'm hanging out at the trailhead. Look at that flannel. It's so cozy. It's like a 0-degree bag, and it's really, really heavy, but I don't care because I'm not packing that sucker. So you want to think about a couple different things to be versatile there. So let's go through some more of this list. This is my Sig Sauer Colorado hunt last year, where I used that rifle for the first time ever and killed my first ever rifle elk bull. We're gonna take a still of this thing. Just freeze on that so people can hit pause if they need to. Go through that. This list is invaluable. You're welcome. There's a backside. Look at those beauties. I spelled gator wrong. I'm sorry. Actually, my wife did. You can blame her. Don't leave any hateful comments, you know. Yeah. Wet wipes was the last thing. The one thing I would change is I use rock tape for if I had any blisters, and Leuco tape is better. You can order it on, is it Amazon or REI?
I think both.
Look up Leuco tape, guys.
Yeah,
it is the
stuff.
best tape I've ever had for any hot spots or anything like that. Super important thing that my brother has literally probably never packed in his whole life. Toothbrush, toothpaste, and floss.
Never.
Okay. Really, Trent? Come on. Okay, guys, so the list wasn't super comprehensive yet. This is my need to pack list, what I didn't have on that. Just a liter bottle for water, an extra knife, trekking poles, binoculars, first aid kit, a charger. I use a $50 charger that I bought at Walmart. It has a pre-charge on it. It's called an Anchor, and you can charge your cell phone in airplane mode like 6 times in the backcountry. It's pretty legit, and so then you could go on Onyx and run it in airplane mode with your maps downloaded. and get a bunch of charges out of it. And I've had a whole week where I'm good to go with the Anchor charger. Yeah, it's legit. Okay, tote list. Right here for in my tote that I just kind of brought along, the just in cases. Had some boots, some extra trekking poles, pants, fleece pants, blah, 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 blah. 2 bro hats, no big deal. And that should help. The one thing I wished I would have brought, I only brought 10x42 binos, and in Colorado, public land elk hunting, usually in bow season, it's really thick, and we hunt Colorado in the thick timber. And the first time we ever see the elk, it's bugling and we're at full draw. I learned a valuable lesson. If you're gonna rifle hunt, you need a pair of binoculars that'll reach out there, and maybe even a spot and scope. So I'm kind of torn on what to bring for this year if I go on another hunt. I think I might bring the 11x45s. Or I might just bring in the 10x42s with a spot and scope and a tripod. So I don't know. Leave a comment down below what you guys think would be best there, but I'm still kicking it around. So another thing I have here is a sleeping bag with a liner. Liner is a big deal. It bumps up. You can get a nice sleeping bag. You throw in a liner that's super lightweight, and you can get another probably 10 degrees lower, and it's super lightweight, and you don't have to buy another sleeping bag for $500 or $700 just with this liner right here. So this little thing right here weighs like 8 ounces, and that'll get you through the hard times. So that's a little hack that's helped me over the years. Another one that's amazing is these Sawyer water filters. This little thing right here, with this bag, you have a dirty bag and a clean bag. So you can be on a bull that's bugling, let's say, and you're crossing a stream. You can grab this out of your pack, fill it up with dirty water, seal it, throw it in your pack, not worrying about filtering it at that time. Stay on the bull, maybe you kill it, and that night, later, you can bust this thing out, hook it up to this little Sawyer water filter, and squirts it right out into your jet boil, something like that. And you don't have to filter in the heat of the moment, and so it keeps you more mobile, and it just gives you better options. And this is super lightweight, so you can get these at like Walmart or REI, whatever you can find, but these are like $30 compared to a really expensive water filter. Finally, the end of my list. I know it's really like all over the map, but I got a charger, a DeLorme, an extra battery charger, and the bino harnesses, and this is where I brought my bigger 11x45s. These are the Zulu 9s. I wish I would have brought them when I hiked up the mountain. I was sitting at the trailhead going, should I bring my 10x42s or my 11x45s? I thought, and I brought the 10x42s, and I wish I would have brought the bigger ones. But finally, guys, I want to go over just a few last things. One of the things that I do when packing for a trip is I pre-pack my meals in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. I know that if I grab this bag, that this is one day's food. It has my dinner in it. This is pasta primavera, delicious. It's a Mountain House. It has a couple of ramen, really fancy ones. It has some coffee in there, a couple bars, a couple snacks. There's a meat stick in there. And this weighs about 1.5 pounds. So for me, I try to go for that 20 ounces right in there, 16. And this gets me by for a whole day. So if I know we're gonna go in for 4 days, I grab 4 bags, I throw them in my pack, and I'm good to go. Kind of in the heat of the moment, when you're all over the map on your travels, it's easy to just grab those and go. So I hope this helped a little bit for you guys. Hope that list helped you guys. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Really appreciate you guys checking this out. And we're going to call this a good one. Steve?
You need a good note to end this on.
What?
anybody that plans a hunt like this and you have to fly with what Treavor just brought up, you better take a second mortgage out on your house or get a loan to get your stuff flown there.
For the record, I didn't bring all these totes. Just most of them.
No worries over nickels and dimes or a 9-to-5 grind. I gotta get loose sometimes. In trouble.